wish that I could just wish away my feelings, but I can't.
Sand hurts my feelings.
I don't like sand.
Hurts my feelings.
Haunted by big sand in my very soul. Sand. Are you suffering as much as I am?
Sand
I
hurts
can't
my
breathe.
feelings.
Tormenting me. I'm in agony.
Sand hurts my feelings.
I don't like sand.
Hello, and welcome to the Sand Hurts My Feelings, Star Wars podcast from a Swiftie point of view. I am your host, Alex.
And I am your other host, Sarah. And today we're going to be talking about Rey and the connections we see with Reputation.
Indeed, but we also have some big news before we started.
Yes, we're going to be at Twin Cities Con.
Yes, we are. We were not hopeful because we were put on a wait list and we thought that a lot of other people were going to get in, but amazingly we got in. So we will be at Twin Cities Con 2025 on Friday. So come check us out. I believe we're at 8:30.
Yeah, we're later Friday night, so if you're coming after work, you can still check us out. We are looking forward to it. We're excited. There's quite a few Star Wars stars lined up for Twin Cities Con this year.
Yes.
So we're looking forward to hopefully hearing those panels. Yeah, and we're looking forward to being back with Sand Hurts My Feelings.
Yeah, Sarah's really excited for Rosario Dawson.
I am so excited for Rosario Dawson. They haven't announced, what kind of panels the people are doing.
Yes, they have.
Oh, they have?
Yeah, they have. She's not on a panel.
She's not on a panel?
No.
Dang it. I wanted her to be on a panel. I wanted to hear all of her words of wisdom.
Yep.
That's okay, though. I assume Giancarlo is a part of a panel?
Nope.
Oh, are they all just signing?
He apparently is, but I can double check, but I'm pretty sure, yeah, there's not as many. Maybe they'll change, maybe they'll add more, but at the moment, there's not a ton of Star Wars panels.
Oh, interesting. Well, it's still nice that they get, the main billings.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm definitely looking forward to that. I also love going and just seeing all of the amazing cosplays that people do. So I don't know if we haven't discussed it yet, if we're going to cosplay at all, or just rock our Sand Hurts My Feelings merch.
We're also in a bit of a problem where we don't have all of our stuff.
Correct. Yeah,
so
we're kind of in between houses right now.
And stuff like that. So that's where we're struggling with. Do we put the effort into it, or do we just kind of wear our merch?
Our merch.
Yeah.
As we could maybe rewear our Halloween costumes because it would work.
I don't think so.
It would be kind of weird.
Yeah.
We'll just leave you in suspense as to
what we'll be wearing. But
anyway, yeah, come check us out Friday night.
Friday night.
We're going to do our best to record that episode and have that as a bonus episode. Sometimes recording live doesn't work super great, so
Sure.
We don't want to make any promises.
Yep.
We are going to try.
But we've also had an amazing month with The Life of a Showgirl. We will be releasing our full response and feelings on all of those this month. We will be recording that. That's recorded, and we'll be releasing that soon.
Yep, separate bonus episode.
It'll be after this episode drops, but it is going to be amazing. Sarah and I have loved it so far. In this album has a chokehold on me, and I cannot explain why.
Well, I mean, it's a fantastic album.
Correct, and I'm excited to go into more detail
yes.
in the other podcast.
Yeah.
Or in the bonus episode, because if you don't want to hear just about Taylor or our Star Wars theories about Taylor, then you don't have to listen to it, and it's a bonus episode.
Yeah. So I mean, aside from that, we're getting ready for Halloween.
I just shaved our cat, Solo. His hair got too long, and so he now looks naked. Yes,
he is a long-haired cat, but he seems to thrive when he is trimmed up. So we think his coat gets too heavy for him.
Yeah, he comes out of his shell when his coat's gone. So.
Yeah. So we do it for that, but it always makes it interesting because our other cat doesn't recognize him for a little while, even though.
Yeah, she's in timeout right now because she was attacking him because she's like, "You're not my brother," and we're like, "Shut up, you! We know you're your brother."
Yeah, so I don't know if the smell is that different or the look is that different, but I'm like, I don't know.
I'm mad at her.
Yeah, she's being a brat about her brother's haircut.
Yep.
But yeah, we start by talking about what our favorite song is on the album this season.
Correct.
Why don't you share first? What's your favorite song off of Reputation?
Mine is very easy. I've always loved this album. This has been I've been one of the day one stans on this album. I know this did not get a lot of liking when it first came out, but I adored it, and one of those reasons is This Is Why We Can't Have Nice Things.
Mm-hmm.
That's absolutely my favorite song. One of my favorite Taylor songs. Not the favorite, but one of my favorite. It's in the top 10.
Okay, I was going to say, like, is it in your top 20?
It's in the top 10.
Oh, wow. That's great.
Yeah, no, I love that song. It's such a great song, and I relate to it a lot, and so, yeah, no, fantastic, and that is, yeah, love it.
I love that. Mine with Reputation, it felt like picking a favorite child a little bit.
Oh, yeah, because this is your favorite album.
Yeah, this is my favorite album. So I found it interesting. I listened through the album twice, 2 different days, like 2 different moods, because I'm like, sometimes it depends on your mood. And most of the songs got different placings except for the number 1. So I'm like, then this has to be my favorite, but it surprised me.
Mm-hmm.
It's Ready for It.
Really?
It was the one that was number 1, but I'm like, I got to thinking about it more, and Ready for It, I think it is a fantastic opening song to the album.
Yep, I think that is her best opener. I do really love
Fate
Life
of
Ophelia. Fate of Ophelia. That's a second, but yeah, no, Ready for It is the best opener, I think.
Yeah, so it starts off that album so strong, and I think about, like, when that song comes up, and I mean, that song is on one of, like, my, like, pump-ups, like, self-care feel-good, like, when I need to pick myself up. But, like, that is just, like, an empowerment song for me, is Ready for It. And so I think I connected with it so much that way. And it's just, like, I can't not... There's never been a time where I've listened to that song and, like, not felt, like, pumped up and amped and just, like, recharged afterwards.
Sure.
It has that effect on me, and it just, like... I love that Taylor's just like, I'm going to be a boss. I'm not going to take anybody's crap in that song, and just lays it all out, and it's so strong. So the more I thought about it, I'm like, no, this makes sense that this is my favorite because of the way it makes me feel every time I listen to it.
Sure. It is in my top 3. Of the
album. Of like all-time Taylor?
No.
What?
Sorry. No. On the album, it is my top 3. It is number 3 on me, for mine.
Top 3 of the album. That makes more sense.
No, it's a fantastic song.
Great. All right.
All right, well, now we're coming off of the high of matching on our last one.
I don't think we're going to match on this one.
I don't think we will either, but I'm just like, oh, man, I don't know. I think, should we just end the podcast now because we're just so happy in the...
No.
No? Oh, okay.
I was going to say, there's too many other things I want to talk about.
Okay, because I'm like, man, we matched. It was so perfect, but okay.
And yeah, it's like we matched for all the same reasons.
Exactly.
And
okay, so
great.
Sarah says no. All right, folks, we're sticking around. We're not ending because we matched.
Yeah, I was going to say, also, we can't end mid-season. Like, that's super uncool.
I guess so.
So would you like to go first with your pick for Ray?
I'll let you go first.
You'd like me to. The reason I say we're not going to match is because my pick is about Reylo and the dyad relationship. And so you say that you don't have a lot of your picks about Reylo.
Okay.
You're just giving me a face with that.
I am, because we may match.
Okay.
Because mine's about Reylo.
Oh, okay.
What's the song?
My song is So It Goes.
No, okay. Whew. Okay, nope. That
would have been amazing.
It would have been amazing, but that is not the song I picked. So, okay, cool. That's right. That was why I was giving you the face. I was like, you're Reylo. And I'm like, okay, cool, okay.
I was going to say, with Reputation being a love album...
Like, there are a lot of options.
Yeah.
Yes. All right. Continue.
So my pick is So It Goes, focusing on Reylo and their dyad relationship. There's not a definition of what their relationship is. It's just kind of a hot, ambiguous thing throughout the sequel trilogy. So for me, it comes down to the first verse and the chorus that really make this choice. There's a few pieces later on in the song, but it's really that first verse and the chorus. So it starts off, all eyes on you, my magician, all eyes on us, you make everyone disappear. Force users are space wizards. So Kylo Ren is the magician because he's a space wizard. He's a Force user. And the Force connection dyad relationship that they have makes everyone else fade away. They kind of go to their own little space and have their Force Skype chats, and everyone else fades away. Cut me into pieces, gold cage, hostage to my feelings, back against the wall, trippin' when you're gone. Kylo cuts Rey down and uses her feelings and insecurities against her. Rey and Kylo think about each other when they're not together. They think about each other quite a bit. Going to the pre-chorus, because we break down a little, and when you get me alone, it's so simple. Because, baby, I know what you know. We can feel it. So this is a reference to the push and pull of their dyad. And canon has said that when they touch hands in the hut in The Last Jedi, there was a mind tap, and they learned everything about each other, and they can feel their connection that they have with each other. So that's where it worked when Rey says, I know what you know, because of that canon thought. So then we go into the chorus. Our pieces fall right into place. Get caught up in the moment, lipstick on your face. So the two of them fall together so quickly, which makes sense once we learn that they are a dyad in the Force, which we don't learn until later on in the trilogy, but how quickly those two connect in The Force Awakens, those pieces falling right into place. The kiss at the end of The Rise of Skywalker was them getting caught up in the moment of victory. Yep, it is what it is. Going back into the chorus, so it goes, I'm yours to keep, and I'm yours to lose. You know I'm not a bad girl, but I do bad things with you. So it goes. Rey says multiple times she would have stayed with Ben, and so her staying or going depends on who's there, Kylo or Ben. Some of the pieces from the second verse I like that connect is, I'm so chill, but you make me jealous. Kylo has everything that Rey wants. He, quote unquote, knows his place in the galaxy. He has a family that cares about him, and she doesn't have that, so he makes her jealous. But I got your heart, skipping when I'm gone. Ben Solo cares very deeply for Rey, and he thinks about her a lot when she's gone. And then going back to the song, come here, dressed in black now. That's self-explanatory. Kylo Ren wears black. Ben Solo wears black. And then the last piece I have, you did a number on me, but honestly, baby, who's counting? I did a number on you, but honestly, baby, who's counting? Both Rey and Kylo Ren / Ben Solo beat each other up, and they play with each other's minds, but they still come together in the end because they are a dyad in the Force. They take a toll on each other, but they are interconnected. So it goes.
That's a really good pick. I'm not sure I like the inclination at the end where they beat each other up and that Rey beats him up, because to me that's like more of defense versus he's actually trying to beat her up, but neither here nor there.
Fair.
But no, I think that's a really, actually, like, as you explained that, I'm like, I should have picked that. So,
you have great picks too.
But I will say this one's a little weaker because, again, this is my problem, is that I'm not as big of a Reylo fan, and like this album is about
It's
love.
a lot of love.
It's a lot of love. It's a love album, and nobody got that when it came out. They're like, oh, it's R&B and it's weird, and you're like, because she's singing about how she loves Joe and how he doesn't care about her reputation because she had just been hurt really badly. But
yes.
Anyway,
What's your pick?
So my pick is Endgame.
Oh,
But
I can see
have it as this is Rey and Ben in The Last Jedi before they turn on each other. So
like the throne room
in
scene?
the throne room, or yeah, like this is leading up through the end scene where they tear the lightsaber apart.
Okay.
But to start us off, we have big reputation. Oh, you and me, we got big reputations.
Mm-hmm.
So both Rey and coming into Last Jedi, they both have big reputations. Ben being the son of Han Solo and Leia Organa, and then Rey being this new Force user who is so powerful. Even Snoke knows about her. And now, she contested against Kylo, who's supposed to be this huge Force user, and she actually beat him.
Mm-hmm.
And you heard about me. Oh, I got some big enemies, hey.
Mm-hmm.
And so, yep, she has huge. He heard about her. He found the scavenger in what girl in that whole scene in Force Awakens, and then the continues with their big reputation. She's got big enemies. The whole First Order hates her and wants her dead. Snoke wants her dead. And then, oh, you and me, we'd be a big conversation. So again, that would be if they got together, if they joined forces, that would be a big conversation.
They'd be unstoppable.
It'd be unstoppable. Well,
it'd be really hard to stop.
Really hard to stop. But yes, that is the thing. And then,
yeah.
And I heard about you. Ooh, you like the bad ones too. And so she liked the bad ones because he's a bad guy, and she's not typically the bad one. She's not typically viewed as a bad person. Same thing with Taylor, of not looking at, she's viewed as the the girl next door, not the bad girl or anything. And that's where a lot of people didn't like this album too, is because I'm like, oh, this is getting weird. This is going into a not the picture perfect girl that I thought she was. And I think that lines up really well in Last Jedi with Rey too, because she's like, I'm drawn to the darkness, I want the balance, and we're focusing of like, you have to stay in the light, you can't have a balance. And that's what Last Jedi is about. And then comes this, I hit you like bang, we tried to forget it, but we just couldn't, and I bury hatchets, but I keep maps where I put them. And so this is Rey talking to Kylo, saying like, hey, I came in and when we first met, like, you tried to do something in my brain and I fought you back, and I hit you bang, and it rattled you, and it rattled you so much that it caused you to lose. And in our later piece, in our later fight, and then literally Snoke comments about it, of like, you lost your edge, you lost something here, and then you tried to forget it, but then Snoke connected their minds and they couldn't forget it, and they had to keep seeing each other. And then she buries hatchets but she keeps maps where they put them. That to me is almost the exact of the ending, where she's like, I buried the hatchet with Kylo, with Ben, but she did remember that of like, I do have a stand and I'm not going to just be manipulated. And so she came back to herself of like, okay, well, I picked up that hatchet because to me there was a definitive shutting of the door of like, nope, you broke my trust again, and I'm going to shut the door on it. Reputation precedes me. They told you I'm crazy. I swear I don't love drama. It loves me. So that's Rey, that everybody tells her she's crazy because she's just always running around and constantly looking for other people to see her own validation. And her reputation absolutely precedes her, because everyone's like, that's Rey. She's the chosen one. She's going to save us all.
Yes.
And then, but she says, I don't love the drama. It loves me, which I think is actually very true for Rey, because she's just like, I just want to be a person, but the world is throwing me into this saga. Like, I just want to have a family. I want to do whatever I want. Like, I just want to live peacefully, and it was taken from me. And I can't let you go. Your handprints on my soul. It's like your eyes are liquor. It's like your body is gold. You've been calling my bluff on all my usual tricks, so here's the truth from my red lips. And so this is up until that throne room. I would say even into that throne room of he's calling her bluff. When they see each other in the elevator, he's like, I know your parents. Like, I know who your parents are. I know, like, I'm not going to turn. He tries to tell her basically of like, I know things that you don't know, and she's like, nope, I've got it. Good's gonna happen. It's gonna work. And he's calling her bluffs because she doesn't really know what she's doing. And then up until that point, she's like, okay, yeah, we're gonna be together. We did this huge battle together. This is the truth of my lips. Like, I love you, basically. And then especially when she's like saying like, please don't do this. To me, that's the truth of like, this is me telling you like, please don't do this. I love you. Don't go down this way. Don't make me turn against this.
Yeah.
And so she wanted to be his endgame. She wanted that to happen, and it eventually happens, I guess, in Rise of Skywalker. But to me, the song doesn't work as well going into that dynamic. So
you was there anything in Fortune's or Ed Sheeran's verses that you felt fit this song, or not quite so much?
Not quite so much, no.
Okay.
That was very deliberate of like, again, I struggled to find a song on this album, so I was like, bam, this one, and this is Rey.
No, I mean, and it works for what you picked, but I just wanted to confirm.
No, yeah, that was, I looked for the other stuff, and to me, again, as I have said before, I'm often very too literal, and so like when they're talking about kind of more specific things, and I'm like, I can't relate it over. So I take things a little too, I think, I'm trying to work on it, but especially with Rey, with how difficult this album was for me with Rey, because it's such a love album, and I don't view Rey in kind of a love situation, and I don't enjoy that. Not to complain or say that she isn't that. It's just for me to find the songs that connected. It was much more difficult.
Sure. So I do have a BuzzFeed response.
Ooh.
So I took.
We haven't done one of those in a while.
No, we haven't. So I took a BuzzFeed quiz about which song you are, and I know there's multiple out there. I don't remember which one. I do apologize. But I took it from the perspective of Ray, and I got delicate. The reasoning is you are an independent person who values their privacy and time. You don't just let anyone into your world, so when you do, it's special. You're kind, loving, and super talented. I think parts of that work, but not other parts.
I think parts of it work, I think the defense to me works more than the actual song. Because, that doesn't make a ton of sense. But, to me, delicate is, about the relationship. And to me, their defense is yes, Ray is those things. She's sensitive and stuff like that. But I'm then it doesn't go into, the relationship piece. So that's where I think...
Well, I think it's seeing delicate as, the internal dialogue or the internal monologue of... Not to pull lines from Midnight's, but I'm going to pull lines from Midnight's. Oh, no, I'm falling in love. I'm being vulnerable. I don't want to let people in because I've been let down before. So that kind of speaks to when you let someone in, it's special.
Right. I guess. I think the defense is good. I just don't see it as a good enough defense of the relationship. And I view Delicate as a relationship song. So that's that's
fair.
Me being too literal. So
well, I mean, we need to take BuzzFeed quizzes with an ocean's worth of salt.
Sure, but I know but as you say, you're looking at it and you're it's more of just oh, this is Ray, of if she ever did let somebody in, that kind of stuff, and I'm nope, has to be Delicate is about Joe and Taylor, so Delicate therefore has to be about Ray and someone versus just about Ray, and so that's where I'm still working on that. So
sure.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
All right. Well, we will for sure post a picture of our newly shaved Solo cat on our Instagram. And if you agree with us, would think that Endgame was a good choice or that it was a bad choice, or if you think So It Goes was a good choice, which I think it was. I think it was the better choice. You can let us know on our Instagram at the Sandhurst Feelings Pod on Instagram. You can also find us on Sarah's Heart's melting because Solo is now crawling into her lap and she just it's melting again, even though it's always melts for Solo. Anyway, the Sandhurst My Feelings Pod on Instagram. We're also on Threads. You can leave us comments there, DM, anything. You can send us an email on your thoughts, or if you have a different song that you think works better, send us an email at the sandhurstmyfeelingspod@gmail.com. We're also on Blue Sky at Sandy Feelings. Please like and review this episode on whatever podcast service you are listening. We hope to grow, and it helps with those, especially on Apple Podcasts and Spotify.
Yeah.
And also we will have polls and comments in there. We respond to those whenever we can. And
also be sure to check out our Redbubble store. We have Halloween-themed Taylor Swift merch as well as podcast merch that you can check out on. We are Sandy Feelings on Redbubble as well.
We're also on TeePublic, and all of these links are also in our show notes if you need quick access to them. We will see you all at Twin Cities Con if you come. If not, we will see you next month when we talk about
Lover and Ray.
So
another love album.
So it's gonna be difficult for me again. We'll see. I did come up with a good one with Padme though. I felt really good about that one. So. All right.
May the Force be with you.
Forever and always.
May the Force be with you.
Forever and always.